Radio, where freedomizers freedomize freedom.
It's feline fury time.
Yes, this is John Fodrell Sr. from San Antonio, Texas. I used to be the San Antonio telecom manager for the city years ago. And I had a discussion with the police chief last year. Half a dozen or more SAPD officers murdered Pierre Abernathy on his mama's front yard simply because he was going the wrong way on a highway and they had a slow-speed chase. And then half a dozen cops and a canine dog murdered him on his mama's front yard last year. And the police chief would not talk to me and, covering the whole thing up. The police chief, his name was William McManus. He's been involved in fraud and a lot of other criminal activities. So there's a lot of us that he won't let in his office, and he's given in directions for everybody not to speak with us.
Wow. Everybody says that we need to have a government to protect us from bad people, but what happens is that bad people are going to be attracted to these positions of power. They're being stonewalled, and they like to commit their crimes. They don't want any accountability. The camera is their worst nightmare. So thank you for talking about this. Is there anything else that's going on in San Antonio that I got to let my relatives know about?
Okay, the main thing is the city of San Antonio, the police chief and the city attorney signed 2 unconstitutional criminal trespass warnings. And the San Antonio Current is the first media outlet to actually start publicizing the fact that they violated the Constitution and the Texas Open Meetings Act, trying to keep everything quiet here in San Antonio. And it's finally starting to get some publicity. But 2 of us have been banned from going to public meetings or city hall just because we know the questions to ask, and we're asking questions they don't want to answer. So we're talking about constitutional violations by our own police force.
Right. And so how do they ban you from going into the city council meetings?
They issued a written criminal trespass warning saying we're not allowed in there till further notice. No due process hearing, no time limit, no reason. Just you're not allowed in here.
Outrageous. That is just outrageous. So.
Well, Michael and I, Michael Cuellar is the other person. He was a procurement manager for the San Antonio Fire Department. I was the city's telecom manager, and both of us know where all the skeletons are. So This is why we both received criminal trespass warnings. We started to do an open records request for information that we know what to ask the right questions. And Michael said he was harassing the city because he filed 30 or so open records requests. Now, this is our right as citizens to ask, how are you spending our money? And we have a right to attend council meetings and object to how we're spending our money. Well, there's 2 criminal trespass warnings. One's been in effect for 3.5 years. Michael's been in effect since August. Now, we're finally getting some press with the San Antonio Current wrote a nice article saying this is unconstitutional, and we're getting some civil rights groups to look at it finally. But this is San Antonio, right down the road from where Antonio is. We have the same thing here. And like I said, the San Antonio Police Chief, William McManus, won't talk to anybody because we ask the right questions. To consider why they murdered Pierre Abernathy last year. Can you imagine?
And,
on his mama's front yard, 6 cops and a dog killed this man, and the police chief said, well, he was resisting arrest.
Cops are cowards.
Scared. He wasn't trying to be combative. He was running for his life.